Do you use your Instagram account to make yourself look a little better? Put a nice filter over your photos and flaunt your cool friends? For medieval nobility, there obviously was no social media to polish their public image. But they had other tools to do so, and my research is about a rather macabre one. In this time, the nobility used their tombs to shape public opinion. I researched the tombs of the counts of Hainaut, Holland and Zeeland in the 13th and 14th century. These monuments are more than 800 years old. And this group of tombs is a rather problematic one. They're all gone. So before being able to research the tombs, I first had to reconstruct them. I used traditional sources to find out how they once looked. Take, for example, this list of payments to the artists who worked on the tombs. I found it in the Belgium archives. But I also used innovative research methods. I 3D scanned fragments of tombs and I've put those together again in a virtual reconstruction. So, what do these reconstructions tell us about the tombs as tools for propaganda? They depicted dynastic continuity and kinship. And I will give you a practical example of what that once looked like. Nowadays, millions of people are exploring their heritage. They search the archives for their ancestors, or they even use their DNA to track them. Medieval nobility was also obsessed with heritage and family trees. Of course, they did not know DNA yet, but they did believe that they inherited their noble qualities through a superior bloodline. On my medieval tombs, the family tree was depicted life-size. It took the form of actual statues of relatives. You could see who was who by the coats of arms that were placed around them. And what was most striking to me is that these family trees on the tombs are not always correct. They cherry-picked the most illustrious relatives and their important allies. So to put it in a modern context, they only chose their coolest Facebook friends. And for my counts, this was extra important, because they did not have an undisputed bloodline. They descended directly from a bastard. On their tombs, the family trees were super long. They went back up to 8 generations, so to the great-grand-grand-grand-grand-grand-grand-grandparents. And this was a smart way to divert the attention from their bastard ancestor. My research shows that the medieval nobles were not so different from us. Sure, they didn't have social media, but they used other clever ways to shape public memory. And my tombs are a very cool example of this.